All right. So real quick before we do a recap, not a recap, an overall predictions of the season. Who do you think is sitting on that Iron Throne? If there will be an Iron Throne, because some people are saying they're gonna destroy it.
All right. So here's the thing: there is no one ruler anymore.
That's been a hot theory.
No one ruler, but Jon and Daenerys will be considered the king and the queen.
So they're still king and queens, but
together.
They're not, but it's not like a dictatorship.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Daenerys, her whole plot.
It's kind of like England, where it's not really dictatorship, but there are still kings and queens.
Yeah, the royal family, they tell the parliament their opinions. That's it. So Daenerys' whole thing has been there are no rulers. You are your own person.
Yeah.
But they will be.
But she still has been ruling as a queen.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. So they will be the law of the land, but they will let people do their thing.
The
there will not be an Iron Throne.
It just won't be as strict as it is now.
It won't be we're fighting for this throne. It's gonna be we're our own kingdom now.
Okay.
Like the North is its own thing.
I would love that ending if Jon and Daenerys are. Oh my god, man!
I'm telling you,
you can literally kill everybody else, and I'll still be sad about Arya and all these other characters. But if these two live,
Arya's gonna take. Arya's gonna put the Night King's face on, and just if they win, she's gonna walk around the army like, huh?
There you go. Fear me. I think it's gonna be Daenerys. I want it to be.
You don't think it's gonna be both? Why not?
I just think that's too happy. And here's the other thing. George R.R. Martin specifically said the ending is bittersweet. And the pure definition of that, but the pure definition of that is, I would say the majority of people that love this show, their top two characters are Jon and Daenerys. So the bittersweet of that, it could still be Jon lives and Daenerys dies, whichever one you want to choose, but the bittersweetness of it is, it's bitter because one of them dies, but it's sweet because the other one does end up on the throne.
Here's the John you joink. All right, listen. This is going to be the most hopeful episode or season because George R.R. Martin's been playing with our fucking heartstrings, all right?
He has.
He's going to give us something to finally be happy about. And bittersweet because a lot of the characters we love are going to die, but Jon and Daenerys won't. They got a will to live.
Well, I would say I'll agree that the last episode will most likely be the most hopeful episode.
I think the whole season is going to be it's going to be dark.
I don't think
it's going to be hopeful.
I don't think the season at all is going to be hopeful. I think the last episode will be because, you know what, this is a good transition then. So my prediction is that your first half, so like episodes 1 through 3, your first half, 1 is just going to be reunion. I don't know how anybody's going to die, but we did talk about how we think somebody might die in episode 1. I'm not sure because I don't know who's going to die. You know what I mean? Because I don't know who's going to be fighting in episode 1. Is there even going to be a fight? And if there is...
Arya's going to kill somebody.
Unless it's like the Night King coming down and Tormund, and like he's chasing after Tormund and those guys and he kills them in that episode, that makes sense. I know you wouldn't like that, but
Jon already got back, and Jon was with Tormund, so obviously they're good.
Nah, Tormund's at the wall. You remember that? The season ended with Tormund running away from that dragon breath. You got to rewatch it.
Didn't they all get on the dragon at the end?
Nope. It was no. They got saved, but when they went back to the wall, Tormund stayed, and the fire sword guy stayed at the wall, and they were there when the wall went down.
George R.R. Martin. Listen to me. This is a serious moment. Please
Public
stop.
service announcement.
It's not a public service announcement. It's a plea.
Plea? Okay.
Don't kill Tormund. You can't. Have you seen that beard? Have you seen Captain America's beard? Put Captain America's beard on steroids. That's Tormund's beard. That man's beard.
Cap's beard is way better.
Look at Tormund's beard again. Love yourself,
but yeah, so I'll say episode 1 is more just a reunion episode. Episode 2 is preparing to fight, and also because I think they're gonna end the season 1 with Jon and Daenerys finding out that they're related.
Season 1, wow, that's a hot take. That's a hot take.
That's the hottest take. That's a episode 1. I think that's how they're gonna leave you with the cliffhanger is they find out, and then all of episode 2.
Bran boy.
Who? Bran?
Yeah, Bran?
Yeah, Bran's gonna tell them together.
I think Raisin Bran is nothing this season.
Or it might be Sam, because Sam knows too.
Sam know?
Because you remember, Sam was the one that found out that he technically found out
because there was a book in the Macers.
It was weird how he found out that Jon was a legit Targaryen before fucking Bran. Obviously, Bran didn't see everything. I don't know what that guy's slacking. He got a
because he didn't go upstairs, did he? Oh no, he did. Because they just said what his real name was. They didn't like say anything else.
Well, Bran called him Sand, but then Sam was like, no, he's not a Sand. He's a Targaryen. They made it legit. They made the marriage legit. But anyway, so that's how episode 2 is going to be preparing for the fight and mixed in with Jon and Daenerys trying to figure out if they even want to stay together. You know what I mean?
Oh, they're staying together.
Oh yeah, I think they're staying together.
But,
I think just for dramatic effect, they want it to be some type of shit.
The trailers he bent the knee.
By the way, I think by the end of episode 2, that's when she teaches them how to fly the dragons. Because he's going to really embrace his heritage. They're going to be like, you know what? Who cares? Targaryens have been doing this forever. And we're not even, like, at least we're not brother and sister. I mean, we're still closely related.
They're brother and sister.
Nah, they're nephew and aunt. Because his dad is her brother.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that episode will end with them flying.
Here's a hot, cold take.
Hot, cold. Hot, icy hot.
Season ends. Show ends with her teaching him how to fly.
Nah, that's too late. That's way too. You gotta have him fly. You can't have that. I think that would happen.
That's their marriage ceremony, and they just fly off together.
They fly off
together.
And then
Joinks.
Episode 3, obviously, I think is I've heard that that's the big fight. Well, at the very least, that's the first fight. There's rumors that they will fight the Night King again, but it just won't be as big scale wise. Again, that's why I predict that all the dragons die, because that's the only way you can make the scale of it smaller is by having no dragons having fucking battles in the air.
Nah,
but we'll see. It's gonna be very interesting.
I can see a Battle of the Bastards kind of thing going on, where Viserion dies, Night King, his army's gone, and Jon's just like, 1-on-1 me, bro.
So you think they beat the Night King in that episode?
No, not that episode. I think like episode 4. I think episode 5 and 6.
Well, they've already.
Episode 5 is, I don't know. They might kill the Night King.
They've already pretty much shown that they're going to be retreating. Like, they're going to lose this first fight. That's gonna happen. I mean,
just because they retreat doesn't mean they lose the fight. They just might like go back, reset.
Nah, I think I think it's gonna be on some end game shit,
or
where they just lose.
Or because they do have master tacticians on their side, they might only send out part of their army to fight, and then make them think that they're retreating to a bigger army.
Maybe. Then that's interesting.
But Jon is gonna 1-on-1 the Night King and kill him.
I would love to see a 1-on-1, yeah.
And then
because I'm hoping
episode 4 or 5, we're gonna see the Lannisters fight.
Yes.
The rest of the army.
Yep.
And then 6
because they have the Golden Army now too, so their army's gonna be pretty huge. The Golden Army and what they got left with the land.
They got nothing. They got boats. Boats don't beat dragons. We've already learned something.
But again, you're assuming the dragons are alive, though. So
they are.
Well,
I told you. I spoiled the show.
We will see, but I agree with that. Those 2 episodes, they'll be fighting them, and then I think the last episode would just be
they got
loose ends.
They got 2 Mormonts on their side, and what have we learned? Bears beats Battlestar Galactica.
This guy.
And by beats,
comment
I mean
down below if you understand what he's talking about. And we're not gonna say what he's talking about.
And by beats, I mean they beat him up. And by Battlestar Galactica, I mean ships.
Makes sense.
So the army that has the Mormonts win.
There you go. The Mormonts are the key. They're the key to the entire story.
If you actually flip the logo of Game of Thrones around, there's actually bears all on the back.
All on the back. There you go. He cracked the code. He's over here spoiling
Da Vinci Code.
He is fucking Robert. George R. R. Martin is so pissed that he's watching this video. He's like, "What the fuck, man? You're spoiling the entire shit. Now I gotta change my book. That book's not gonna come out for another 10 years because you dumbass."
He's gonna lift up his mattress with a pile of fucking loose leaf paper. He's like, "Shit, how do you figure it out?"
Well, okay, so then this is a perfect way to end the video. Then, did you know? Again, this is what my boss told me. But I'm not gonna lie. When he told me, I was like, "Shit, that makes so much sense." The entire show is about global warming.
No.
Boom. Climate change, motherfucker.
Makes complete sense. These winters last years. And that's not climate change. I don't know what the fuck is. Summers last for years.
I don't know if you know this, but this show technically is put in the time period of, you know, when the earth is changing and stuff. These are like Neanderthal people, wildlings, when there would go through an ice age, long span of warmer climate, another ice age.
But there was just, that's what I'm saying. There was only one ice age. There wasn't multiple ice ages. Alex.
Alex, listen. Climate change is real. Donald Trump is not. I'm not going to believe what you say after this moment, all right? No, the worst. My best friend is a Trump supporter.
There you go.
But here's the difference. My friend talks to me. We talk about things. He don't tell me. He don't tell me Donald Trump said this.
I mean, yeah, we talk about it.
Alex, listen.
He just looks up more stuff because I just don't care about politics in general because they all
first page
suck.
of Google. If it's past the first page,
it doesn't exist.
Fucking
it's fake.
Alex Jones
fake
shit.
News. That is some Alex Jones shit.
Do you like Alex Jones, Alex?
He does. He loves Alex Jones.
Fuck.
Loves him.
Don't ever bring him on this show.
That's a great way to end it.